Welcome back to Cutting Stems, the after show. We're starting right now because
the show has started now.
We can't get this chick to
she
shut up.
keeps talking like I'm not in the room. She can do this.
Yo,
she's
doing
like,
it.
she
She's
won't
doing
stop
it. It's
talking.
Her. It's her. The show has started.
Hey,
welcome to the show.
Welcome back to Cutting Stems. This is week 9. Short episode.
39-minute episode.
It was after the gold. It was. Your hands are so cold.
I'm a little cold. I'm running cold lately.
Yeah, I'm warm. The lights make me warm.
I'm warm right now. My hands are hot.
A short episode because the Golden Bachelor finale was tonight, but we are pre-taping as usual, and we don't know who won, so we can't talk about it. But really, this is a fun game that everybody's already seen who won. But you want to take? Does anybody been paying attention? Golden Bachelor?
I'm behind.
So far behind on that
Me
show.
too.
So I have no idea who's even in it.
I know who's in the end, but I don't know enough about them to make a good guess.
Okay, then I won't throw out my pick.
Okay.
But we can talk about Paradise, and we're almost at the end here. But this whole episode,
Paradise.
revolved around one rose ceremony.
Yes.
That was the whole thing. 39 minutes total.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Cut me off one more time.
Oh,
Let's go,
oh, that's big. Oh, okay. All right.
Hey, I'm self-aware coming from the queen of cutting people off.
Yeah.
That's me.
Whoa, I almost fell off my chair there.
I get it.
Same.
That's the
Whoa!
joke. That would be the joke. All right.
Same.
Blake and Jess.
Crunch time for most of the couples on the beach.
Yeah.
It's do or die, like you said, Fran. Shit is getting crazy.
Blake ended this relationship pretty quickly.
He didn't give a fuck about Jess. That's pretty clear to me now.
Did he like Jess once?
No.
At all?
I don't think
Jess
Jess liked him either.
I also think that.
I think,
right.
yeah. I
didn't
think
like
they
each
were
other.
friends.
They didn't like each other. I can't remember a single touching moment between the two of them the entire time they were together. Even when they were having conversations, it always felt kind of pained or like there was something being held back on both ends. And I think the thing that was held back was, I'm just not that into this, and maybe we should just break up. And
they're both very nice people, so I think
right.
I think
Jess would have just like waited till the end, just because she's like too nice to end it. But I feel like sneaky, she was sad, but I think she got what he was saying.
I think so too, and I also think that it helps that the second he let himself off the beach, a parade of men came up to her immediately.
Correct.
It seems like
the guys
everybody
were
on Earth had a
lining
crush
up
on
to
Jess,
talk
and
to
nobody
Jess.
said shit about it. And
The only one that had the balls to try was Sean.
I know. And he got shut down
And he got shut down,
Big
but
time.
he tried.
He did.
Maybe that's why nobody else did. They saw what happened to Sean and they went,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna
Yeah,
try
which
that.
is unfortunate for Jess because it was very clear that she wasn't into Blake, and then we also never touched on the Tyler stuff.
Right. Which
Once again.
did that come up when in his conversation with Mercedes? Because
No.
which is something shady about that. Tyler and Mercedes then go on to have a conversation. We see Blake and Jess break up. Blake leaves. Goodbye. Then Tyler and Mercedes are having a conversation.
Sorry, what was the moment between Kylie and Blake?
Just seems like Kylie and Blake were like really good friends, I guess. I don't know. That was like a little, it was
true.
a little
Weird.
maybe like 10% over of like,
She
Kylie's
was
a
like,
flirt.
what am I
Kylie's
going
a
to do
flirt.
with...
like over friendly vibes.
Yes. Kylie's a
Like,
flirt.
don't leave.
What am I going to do without you?
Weird. Yes.
Yeah.
Don't leave.
Yeah.
She was very
get your
much
hands
like
off.
that.
Yeah. It was interesting.
She knows. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off there.
No, but that's facts. And I think that
She didn't like that Kelly touched you like that.
Yeah, that's what she was giving me dirty looks for touching me, for imitating Kylie.
Kelly liked it too much.
I'm a great actress, girl.
You are.
Thank you.
I fell under your spell.
I know. Most people do. I don't feel bad.
No, that was weird.
Yeah.
That was a little, I don't know, maybe they have had a extreme friendship that we just have not really seen.
Didn't see it.
Never saw them speak one time.
Nope.
Didn't know they even knew each other. They've been on the beach the whole time together.
For real. Like, seriously. But then I think the conversation that between Tyler and Mercedes was also pretty pained. And I think with that, it may have just been like jokes were misunderstood. It was a miscommunication, and it was better off that they just stopped.
It just sounded like
it kind of blew up all at once.
I think it was a classic case of he's just not that into you. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think it was like, I think not that he wasn't into her. I think he did like her. I just think she liked him more.
Definitely.
Like I think she was more invested, wanted to like maybe see if there could be a real thing after this. And then Tyler was like, no long distance, blah, blah, blah. Like he clearly was a little scarred, I think, from last season and like went in with rules for himself.
I think
and
you're
like
right.
because he did that, just like didn't open himself up.
I think you're right. He played cool guy. We said it last time. He was like cool guy trying to like cut down,
be like play cool guy and fucking pierce his ear and just
He could have had a real shot here.
Yeah.
I think so.
Tyler was. I feel like we all thought like Tyler's place is paradise. He may walk around with walk out of here with an actual fiance.
Yeah. I just don't think he like cared enough to really want a legitimate connection at this point.
Completely. And he always kind of was like I never thought he was like a fuckboy or any of the above, like in previous seasons. Even on Paradise last time, I didn't think I just thought like, oh, okay, it's fine. And I think you're right. He went in with like a new approach, and it didn't land. It didn't go. I don't think that necessarily means that he's that kind of person.
Yeah.
I think he went in with this macho man, like here I am, and I'm gonna just have fun on the beach, and it didn't hit for me.
Something about the mid-season ear piercing that really just bothered me.
Bizarre.
Because I think he could have had the path of like Dylan. Like I feel like people got Dylan vibes from him.
Yeah, for sure.
And
so
it just
true.
went south.
So true. He's that is so.
I don't know
spot
if
on.
south is that way, but
But then I think he really is it. I
I've
think
never
he really
thought
got
about that comparison, and I really agree with that a
scorned.
lot.
I think like he underplayed how much that sucked for him.
I probably
with the holy shit, what's her
her
name?
face?
we did this last time.
I know
What
we
was her
do this
name?
every time.
Chicago brunette.
And then she went to Italy.
There was
Brittany.
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 We did this exact same thing.
Yes.
Sarah
Yeah.
said Brittany.
Sarah.
We all
Thank
went
you,
Brittany.
Yeah.
Brittany.
Brittany.
I think
Yeah.
that like that could have been. I feel like Tyler like could have proposed to Brittany at
He
the
was
end
so
of
in
that.
love with her.
And
Yeah. He was really in love
they
with her.
agreed to still see each
And
other.
she was so
but-
cute. Like she
Yes.
was like doe eyes, like
Yep.
whole thing.
Yeah,
So
and I just think that like
she was the Jess of last season.
Yeah, he clearly had his walls up with Mercedes. So that ended.
No spark.
No spark. Which let me tell you something. If a guy, I understood Mercedes' passion there. Like if a guy was like, "No, I like you," but there's no spark, I'd be like,
the
"What?"
fuck are you talking
I'd be like,
about?
then you don't
Yeah.
like me.
Then you don't
Right.
like. He's
You
like, well,
like me as a friend.
He's like,
You like
we
me as a
must not.
person.
We must have
Right.
different definitions of like what that means. I'm like, no.
No.
We've been together for weeks. You're saying there's no spark.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
I also think like you can like somebody as a person as like consider
Yeah.
them a friend, but if there's no spark,
you
you don't
need the
like.
spark.
You don't
No.
likey like them.
You don't say right.
What do
Like,
you think,
You
Trent,
don't
as a
like
guy?
date if there's no spark.
Yeah, no, I
You
agree
need
with what
that
you guys are
initial
saying. Yeah.
sexual attraction.
Him saying,
Yeah.
I think we might
Chemistry.
have different definitions of spark. That's a guy who's just trying to like
Yeah.
get out of the situation.
just getting out.
He's like, I'm just trying to make one good point and get out of here. And it didn't really work
It
out.
didn't work. So he leaves. And then honestly, the rest of the guys were really fighting for their time here. Braden shot his shot with Jess. Tanner did as well. Now, Jess and Tanner seem like a picture perfect couple.
They
in
do
my
kind of
mind.
match.
Like
yeah,
they just
do
kind of match.
Up. Agreed.
And I feel like
Who was that other guy? Sorry to interrupt. The
Which one?
third guy that was talking to her that Tanner interrupted. I can never remember his name.
Taylor or
Taylor.
Jordan.
No.
Taylor.
Jordan was with
No, I don't know.
Rachel.
I don't know.
And
Yeah,
I
wasn't
think it was
Jordan?
Taylor.
Didn't Jordan come in?
So it's probably
Yes.
Taylor.
Taylor. The guy who made the mistake at the end.
Yeah,
Taylor.
Taylor.
Okay.
I feel like I kind of feel bad for Jess now, and not maybe she doesn't like regret her journey, but like I feel like she had so many options and just did not give any of them enough
Agreed.
time to like actually turn into anything. But Jess and Tanner, I think, is a good pairing. But like it's the show's like over, so I don't really know at
Right.
this point.
So what do they do?
Like when they're like, "Oh, I still want to explore this with you." It's like, okay, you've got like 48 more hours, maybe. I don't know. It's like we're moving fast here.
She basically laughed in Braden's face.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Can I pull you?" yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Sure.
wild.
Yeah.
Give me this chocolate bar and let's get out of here.
tried.
He
Crazy.
tried.
Braden-
That was his last desperate pull, and I did like that he acknowledged that he probably made a mistake with Rachel.
Totally agree. And I
Yeah.
think that to me made it seem like
coulda
he
had
did learn
something
his
good.
lesson.
He did.
Like Right. And he said that. He's like, I could have
Yeah.
had something good. I think I messed up.
He's like, I jumped
on
on that date
something
with Becca
good.
too fast, and I shouldn't have done that with Rachel.
Shouldn't have done it. And I bet that considering the fact that we've seen them hanging out post Paradise, we keep referring to like
His arm was around her
right
at
the after final rose or whatever for a
Yeah.
Bachelorette. I feel like they must have reconciled at some point.
Right. I feel like they're probably friends.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it's easy to, not easy, but it's just like when a guy does that to you and just like kicks you to the side for another girl, he's not getting a second chance.
No.
You know, it's like, Braden, I get it.
very
You did
friend
what you
zone.
did. Like, we can be friends.
Yeah, like, it's fine. We'll
Right.
be
Like,
friends.
we'll be friends,
Right,
but
right,
like
right.
if you try again, like I don't know if it's going anywhere.
Especially in that short amount of time setting, like you really have to think about like when they come out of this, it's like, okay, we dated for 5 days and I'm not going to like, shun you from my life because you fucked me over in the course of 5 days.
Yeah.
It's like, please,
Exactly. So that was really all the big drama because then they did the rose ceremony. All like the solid couples weren't really seen at all this episode because they've been good to go. So like Kylie and Avon and
Eliza.
Aaron.
Eliza and
Eliza.
Aaron and Peter and Sam.
That's a weird one, yeah.
They seem pretty happy.
I
How about
know,
that
it is
sunburn
a
on
weird
Sam,
one,
by the way?
but
That's
they have
that
been
sunburn.
solid, and honestly, I feel like they give me like Kenny and Mari vibes
Same.
a little, where
Yeah.
like they were together and they were a successful couple on Paradise, but like you would always remember all the couples that got engaged. Then you'd be like, oh yeah, and Kenny and Mari.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys see that they said there's going to be a big wedding during this finale?
Yeah.
No, I
think
didn't see
it's
that.
Kenny and Mari.
Really?
Like, I think it's a trick.
Oh, it probably
You think they're
is.
going to show their...
It's
Yeah,
a different
I think
couple.
like if I had to guess, and I don't know, I really don't know this for sure, but I don't think it's any of the couples on the beach. Like
No,
I don't
I
think it's
would
any of the
agree.
current
Who
couples.
would even get married
I
on
think
that
they
beach
would
right now?
bring.
Joe and Serena?
I think they brought. Yeah, Joe and Serena get married
Imagine.
for the third time.
For the third time on the beach.
Hey, maybe.
Would honestly be fucking
Honestly,
hilarious.
maybe.
I
It
wish
could
that they
be.
would.
It could be them. It really
You should
could.
text them now and be like, are you guys the ones getting married on the beach? For
Tell
the
us
third
now.
time?
Did you guys get married for a third time?
Yeah,
in
yeah,
Paradise? Well, it actually would have been their second time in the third. But
yeah.
I mean, on a similar kind of timeline, like I thought maybe Kenny and Mari went back and they did like a little ceremony on the beach with Jesse Palmer, and then they actually just got married, like I don't know, a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
In Puerto Rico. So I was like,
Interesting.
oh, maybe they just did like a fun little let's pop down to Paradise. Like it's 3 months before we're actually getting married. So
Yeah, who else would it be?
I have no idea
Not a
unless
clue.
it's like unless we're going real deep.
Yeah.
Right,
Do
like
you
a
guys think
random
that there's
couple?
going to be actual engagements?
Hannah and Dylan.
Again.
Right, imagine.
Because at this point, I'm only thinking of people that it's like you're like second time getting
They
married.
already
Right.
got married and they're like,
It's
we'll
like,
just do it again.
right. It's either that or
Right.
they were like planning on getting married. So there it's like, oh, we'll just do this little
They've
ceremony
done weddings
thing.
before on Paradise, right?
Yes.
Hasn't there been like one before a few years ago?
Yes.
I can't remember who it was.
Jade and Tanner got married up in Paradise, didn't they?
Maybe.
Do they only show like a little snippet though? Because it's like not going to take, you know what I mean?
But it's pretty fast.
No, it's usually pretty quick. It's like they read the vows a little bit and then that's
You
it.
okay over there?
Oh yeah, I just
Tearing
yawned
up.
inside my.
Did I make
Just
that up?
yawned inside
Those
my
beautiful
mouth.
blue eyes are
Oh,
getting teary.
you ate it?
I ate a yawn,
Professional.
and my eyes tear up so bad when I do
That-
that. So it's
how do
I
you do
tried
that?
to.
Oh no, they
I just-
did not get married in
That's
Paradise.
so professional.
Yeah.
It's a
Did
yeah,
they
you
get
just gotta
married
eat
on
do that?
TV?
But it's clear in my eyes. That's why I'm like, oh shit.
Oh no, I'm like,
No, I never yawn. Even in my own house, I don't yawn like
They
that.
did
I,
get
like,
married
won't
on
do it.
TV, but it was not.
I really am not sure if it was Jade and Tanner, but that makes the most sense.
Yeah, it's not.
Do I think there'll be any engagements? Was that your question?
yeah.
I don't know. I honestly feel like no.
I think that they have to have one, but I would advise none of them to.
Engagement?
Yeah.
Aaron's proposing for sure. I mean, we saw it in the preview. He was like, "I'm proposing."
Oh shit! I didn't. I
Yeah,
skipped that
I
Do you
part.
think
feel like
anyone
saying-
says no?
Eat it.
There it is. Try to eat it.
Pass
Can
it
you?
along.
Well, you just like you like close your mouth and breathe it in. Like you still yawn, but you're like
I don't
in
know.
your mouth,
Honestly,
you
like
know?
The way
They-
we're
they
talking
showed
about
a-
it's making me tired.
They showed
Yeah.
a clip of John Henry being like, "My heart says get engaged. My gut says don't," or something like some
God.
comparison like
Could you
that.
imagine
And I was
that?
like, if
John
John
Henry and Kat?
fucking proposes to Kat, we're living in an
My
alternate
God.
universe.
How about that? Like end of the I don't know if it was in the end or if it was in the middle or whatever, when they're talking about how he has to like strengthen his bladder again because he's so used to just peeing whenever he wants from being in the ocean.
I mean, honestly,
I was like, this
valid. He was
no,
like, I'm
valid.
always in a wetsuit. Like I can just. Pee
It was
whenever-
valid and funny,
What
but
a
I'm
luxury.
like, this is a conversation between like John Henry. Yeah, like that's like a funny thing. Like that's a convo you definitely have like with your boyfriend or like with like your fiance. Like it's a cute, funny like combo. I just can't imagine Kat like engaged. She just was like, yeah. Like it was just like,
Why
so
can't
Kat.
he?
she was the worst.
Pee.
He said that because he goes in the water with his wetsuit that you can pee whenever you want, so
In
it
the
doesn't matter
ocean?
in the ocean. So
But
if
can he pee in the ocean whenever he wants? Even
No,
without
but
the
so he
wetsuit?
means when he's on land, if he has to pee, he's like,
Oh,
I
is
gotta
he
pee
a
right now.
Mermaid?
No, like when he's not right.
No, I know, but like you're a human being. Oh, what? You have to wait till you get to the bathroom.
He
John
said
Henry?
that he's in the water no, literally, he's in the water so often that it's now
His job is in the water.
His job is in the water. So like now in real life, like he's eating dinner, I'd be like, I gotta pee right now. Like he can't hold it because he's used to just like peeing.
Gotcha,
so he's like, I'm
gotcha.
trying to fix like
I was
trying
like,
to
so
train
just a normal human being. who
right. I'm
can-
trying to like train myself. That's what he was saying. He's like, I'm trying to like
John-
strengthen my bladder again.
Cat John Henry would be a disaster.
It's
of an engagement.
Disaster.
Yeah.
Disaster.
I just cannot see that
There's
happening.
just no way.
I feel like Peter might propose as well, but
Yeah, he could. He might. He's kind of a freak.
yeah, I just feel like just you really never know.
I also think that would be crazy for the record, but that I don't think anybody on this beach is
I think
close enough to
Kylie and
even
Avon
come close to an engagement.
I think Kylie and Avon are like gonna have an issue. I don't know.
Yeah.
Avon's like gonna get that preview didn't look good for
Avon's
them.
gonna be
it
like,
was
I saw the way you said goodbye to Blake.
Yeah.
I have a lot of questions.
People gotta go back and watch it. That's bizarre.
No, it was
Why?
weird. It was something like it was bizarre.
Maybe it was like a little psych out from the editing on that one, but
Could
like
be.
Avon was like, all you care about is an engagement, like blah blah blah. So I just feel like I don't know. That could be
The
something.
Sorry to keep harping on it. The Kylie Blake goodbye was so bizarre that at one point I actually thought they were about to cut to like scenes we hadn't
That's
seen.
right,
between
like a
Kylie and
memory.
Blake,
Like a
and they're,
montage.
Like,
Like a yeah.
smooching behind the
Right.
scenes.
No, I'm not.
Right.
I'm not.
Like
I'm
having
not
an
gonna
affair
lie.
on the
There
low.
was also a split second where I thought Kylie was just gonna lean in and kiss him.
yeah,
me too.
Something
It was
up.
one of the more bizarre
Yeah.
things I've ever seen on the show.
Something
She was
up
giving him
there.
the eyes.
Even the people, it was the eyes.
It was the
Yeah.
eyes. Yeah.
Even the
Big
people on
time
the beach
eyes.
were like, "Why is Kylie running up there?"
and like even Blake was like, it felt emotional.
No,
It felt
something was up there.
What am
and
I gonna
Maybe
do
they have
without
some
you?
connection.
There's more to
we
that
don't know
story.
about.
There's more to that story, and we should keep our ears to
Well,
the
good
ground.
thing we are having Blake Moynes on our show.
Yes, we are.
So
That's amazing, Sue.
yeah,
Lovely.
on Zoom. So
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
fabulous. Still
Yeah.
ask him
you
though,
know,
regardless.
but we can
him
ask
next.
him.
Yes.
Ask him.
Are you
and-
guys? Are you and Kylie together? Like,
Yeah.
What's the deal?
Yeah.
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 What happened there?
He's gonna be like, oh, Kylie, she's just a really
Oh,
sweet
you know,
girl.
I was
She's just a really sweet
I
girl.
was getting out and I was leaving. I was.
Oh, wow. For a
Yeah,
second,
yeah.
I thought you were going British. I was like,
He had a little bit of Irish in there.
Yeah, I
There
don't
was
know
like
where-
5 different accents.
I know.
in
I don't know
there.
where that started in
I
a
gotta work
different
my way
place
up to
than Canadian.
Yeah.
I got to work my way up
Yeah.
to the out.
Yeah.
Like the way
Yeah,
Noah
the
says
out.
out.
Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, you do say out like that always.
Ooh.
Yeah, you say it right there.
Okay, so the rose ceremony, everything went as planned. Everyone didn't know where Jess, Rachel, Mercedes, Rose. Oh, poor Rachel. She really did get
Poor
the short end of the stick
Rachel.
on this whole paradise.
She had a good season.
She had
like,
a
in
good
terms of like she
season.
looked completely fine the whole
Yeah,
season.
she
it
did.
just
And like
sucked 'cause it
I
really, did
really
not
got
go
ahead
her
of
way.
myself in the beginning.
Listen,
Yeah.
you've made up for it. Remember,
You have made
we're
up
I
for
gave
it.
my
back.
rose. I gave her like 3 roses.
You
Yeah,
stayed
no,
up
we're
for
back.
tenfold.
You've made up for it. She appreciates
But
that.
it was sad to see like that clip of her being like, I really think like Jordan's gonna get my rose.
Yeah, I'm so
and then
bummed
Mercedes
out.
gave Jordan her rose,
Tough.
and then Rachel
That
was
was
like, "Well,
annoying
now
to
I should
me.
I should just leave." That was
I was pissed off. I was like, Mercedes, why the fuck are you doing that?
I know,
like,
and
stop.
Mercedes robbed us of a
Give it to
beautiful
Braden or
love story
something.
of where like what a great story that would have been for Rachel to be like, he got my first date. I made the biggest mistake of my life, and we sent him home, and we got to reconnect. I mean, it's a fairy tale type story that Mercedes stole.
I
from
know.
us.
No, she really did, and for like no reason.
Way to
They
go,
had-
Mercedes.
They barely had a conversation. Like they did not have the same kind of connection.
I know.
Like it's just she happened to go first.
I know.
And
I know.
You see Rachel's face when she called his name,
know,
like
it was
just
so
totally
sad.
fell, and she's got all the sparkles on, and she
Yeah.
looked, sun-kissed and beautiful, and ready to express her love. And I felt terrible.
Damn, producers did that on purpose.
They did.
sure.
No, definitely.
Yeah,
they did.
I mean,
definitely they
right?
did.
Like if Rachel,
Of course they did.
if Rachel could have gone first, she would have.
Crisis averted.
If she went before Mercedes, she could have been the one to have a happier ending.
I do respect Rachel though, excuse me, for leaving the beach and not like just giving a rose to like Braden or something.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I agree.
Definitely.
Let's not
I
forgive and
agree.
forget so quickly. Like I
Yeah.
appreciate that. Like
Yeah.
we're not just gonna jump right back in here because he's the only one left. Like
And there was an awkward moment of Jess giving her rose to Tanner, and Taylor thought she said Taylor, so he started walking forward, and she was like, "Oh."
She snatched her rose back so
like,
fast. You see that? She was like, "Oh no!"
She was like, "Oh no!"
I was like,
no.
"Damn!"
Yes.
She was like, "Oh, I'm sorry." Like she was like
Yeah.
shielding it, like my baby.
That is just
It was crazy.
worst case scenario.
That's something that Taylor guy, who I don't know who this person is.
Yeah,
but,
Yeah, no, we've never seen him before in our
he
lives.
has been thinking about that when this airs since it
Yeah.
happened.
Definitely,
He's like,
definitely.
here comes that
Because
fucking
that's
episode
his one
where I-
moment. He hasn't had
Yep.
one
No.
moment on this show. Yeah, I don't think he got a date, and if he did,
Nope.
they just didn't air it.
Nope.
Here comes that episode where
So,
I think my name
nothing
is
about
called.
him.
Yeah, that's just truly the only thing, and now he's
tough.
going home. So like that's it.
Right, it wasn't like there was somebody else who then was
Yeah.
like Taylor. He was just
Yeah,
like,
it was
no,
like,
bro,
no,
you're
that's
going home.
it. You're going home.
Really
so, yeah.
So goodbye to
time.
him.
Goodbye
Farewell.
to Braden.
Goodbye to Braden.
Braden Hive.
Braden Hive.
Yeah.
He
Pour
learned
one out.
lessons though. He did well. He learned lessons.
Yeah, it was like
He has
started off
regrets, but
strong.
I do think he learned lessons.
Yeah, that is true because he messed up a couple times.
What was that thought?
Well, if I don't know,
You were like,
I'm a Braden
"Oh."
Hive guy, but if I know Braden, and it's one of the reasons I'm part of the Hive, I don't know if he learns lessons. I don't know.
Okay, super fair,
No,
but
I
I
think
do
he
think
did
the
learn this
racial
lesson.
thing, like, I do think he was like, I probably played that wrong.
Yeah.
True.
Do I think that means he wouldn't do something like that again? No.
Yeah, I think
Agreed.
he probably
That's a
means
fair
he
point.
But I
played it.
think he could at least acknowledge that his past decision was maybe the wrong decision.
He was self-aware about it.
yeah.
Doesn't necessarily mean that he
I'll
will
agree to that.
learn
Yeah.
from his mistakes. He
Right,
may,
exactly.
He may still make mistakes. Yes.
I don't know if he will learn from his mistakes, but I think he has acknowledged that he made them.
That he made them right, which is the first step.
It's an important
That's the
distinction.
first step.
I also he's still really young, right?
Yeah, he is. I
Yeah,
think
he
he's
is.
like 24, 25.
We're gonna,
Yeah.
we're gonna see this guy on these shows till
He
he's
seems
30.
older
Yeah.
than that. Like I wouldn't say he seems older, but he looks
he seems
older.
older.
He gives off an older
He does
vibe.
seem older.
Not
I
like
really
old,
think we're
but
gonna watch Braden grow up on these shows.
I think so too. And you know what, Trent? I look forward to it.
Braden Hive.
Braden's
Braden
gonna
Hive.
find himself on some other reality TV. I don't know what, but the guy's made for
Love
MTV.
Island.
That guy's made for
He could be like
MTV.
he
Yeah,
could be a
MTV,
special
yeah.
forces guy. I bet.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, but I don't know if he's got the big enough name.
True.
for
I mean, in
Special
a few
Forces.
years, well, a couple more appearances.
But no, I
needs
definitely
a
like
couple more shows.
Braden would
he could
ever be
for
the
sure
Bachelor.
be on MTV.
What about Bachelor Braden? What do you think about that? I know. I don't know if I
I
can
would.
handle
It would be entertaining.
It would be very
It
entertaining.
would be
I think.
entertaining, but I think it would be kind of a disaster.
And I don't
It'd
think
be a
people would
really.
buy
I
into
think
it.
it'd be a very eclectic group
Like I don't know.
of women.
I think producers would be like, "This is too much of a wild card." You know?
True. Fair.
Yeah, it'd be. I'd watch the hell out of it.
Yeah.
though.
Me too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Okay.
Interesting
Should
stuff.
we? That's pretty much everything. We can
Yeah.
give out some roses, cut some stems, open our
Woo.
Coors Light.
Oh yes, the best time of the day. Thank God.
Oh, thank God it's nice and cold. Honestly, I'm like, I'm hot. Yeah.
I know.
If I sit under these lights for too long,
I know.
Yeah.
Same.
it goes right to my head.
Cheers.
Thank
Mountains
God
are
for
blue.
these cold mountains. Blue can.
Cheers from across
Cheers,
the world,
everybody.
ladies.
What? Who am I gonna give? I hadn't thought about it. I don't want to go first.
I haven't thought about it either.
I didn't pick you, so.
I just want to make.
Damn.
Yeah, shut your mouth.
Trent just started giving it.
Oh, I haven't been here in a couple
assumes.
weeks, so I'll go first.
Yeah.
I really don't want to go first.
Kelly, I'm looking at you.
I could go first. All right. I will give my rose to. I don't know if I've given her a rose at this point, but I'll give it to Rachel.
Okay.
Because I think that I know. Ray, you've already given it to her like 8 times.
I was gonna give it to her. As
I
my
know,
final.
but you already have
Final
done.
swan
It's
song
mine
for Rachel.
It's mine.
One final rose.
You can still do it. I'm gonna give it to her because I really felt for her, and I really, like I said, appreciate the fact that she called it when she needed to call it. She said it's not gonna happen here. I just got to get the hell out of here. I'm not gonna like try to force a situation with somebody else, and that's that. So I appreciate her for doing that and for being real. And I hope that she finds happiness. As far as a stem cut, I'm gonna go with Mercedes. How dare she? Like you said,
a good
how
one.
dare she
Honestly,
take
I was
away?
thinking that too.
How dare she take
stole
away
that
that
fantasy from us.
fantasy ending, that romantic
God.
ending?
Could
And
you
I really
imagine
just
Jordan
don't.
and Rachel just ran away, like
Yeah.
they just left the beach together.
I don't know why she picked him. Like they had like barely a conversation.
No,
and
I will say, I mean, that definitely falls
don't
on
know.
Jordan a little bit too, because Jordan,
For sure.
Jordan was very flirty with Rachel, and then he was like, I also really like Mercedes, and he shot his
Yeah.
shot. So
Yeah,
I don't think like
true.
Mercedes didn't do that completely out of the blue. Jordan gave her the reason.
Imagine if he had said no
That's
to
fair.
Mercedes. Like, I will not
Yeah,
accept this rose.
damn.
Goes
That would've
back
been
up
cool.
there.
That would've been
been
cool.
Sweet.
No, but he clearly also like.
Well, then okay.
I don't think
I've
Jordan
cut
was
the
that
stem.
upset. I really is
No,
what I'm
for
saying.
sure.
Yeah.
I've cut her stem. Her stem is already cut. I'm not going to uncut it,
Yeah.
but I am curious to know. I'm sure she knew that Rachel was like excited and
think
flirting
they
with
went on a
him.
date.
And that's what I'm saying. So I still will stand by my stem cut
Yeah, I think that's fair.
of Mercedes.
Rhea, do you want to go?
Yeah. I'll cut Tyler because I had higher hopes for him in this world, and he let us all down.
I was hoping he would have a happy ending this season also.
Yeah.
That's
sad
a
for
cut
him.
coming from a place of we wish you did
Yeah.
better.
No, I wish you the best, but I'm disappointed.
It's almost like a.
I'm disappointed.
Set you free.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
I was gonna give my rose to Rachel because I cut her stem the first week, and I have felt bad about it ever since. It has haunted me that I did that.
I actually would like Sarah. Can I don't know if this is
Like a mashup?
easy, but I would like you to mash up every moment that Rhea has given her rose to rate. First, the initial cut,
Yeah.
and then the following weeks where she has given the same speech of why she's given.
because it's
Rachel.
still.
Am I remembering correctly when you cut her
She's-
stem
and she-
originally? Something about her social media presence?
Yeah, it was.
That's
It
what
was
I
just like
remember.
it was an
made
it was like
seem,
a kind
it was
of
a
an out of bounds.
preemptive cut because she made it seem like this was going to be an awful season for her.
Got
Yeah.
it.
And it was just a hurtful season for her. Like
was.
it wasn't like she did anything wrong.
Yeah.
And that is why I feel so bad. Like it's haunting me. Like I felt like I was really rude to just cut her stem like that when actually she was just done dirty the entire season. You know what I mean? Like
Facts.
it's
It's
not
facts.
like she did anybody dirty. It's
true.
She got, so
Yeah.
I still feel bad.
No, it just cracks me up because every time she
It's
goes,
every time we
I'm
hear
gonna
it,
give
yeah.
my rose to Rachel because the first week I
Yeah,
gave her
and
Rich
I-
and she didn't deserve
I'm,
that.
I'm making it up. I'm crawling back. I'm begging for forgiveness.
I think you are forgiven. I think that
Yeah.
you've done your penance and then some.
okay.
3 roses is greater
That's
than
a lot
one
of roses.
Well, I
It
have
might
to
have been.
pick
It
somebody
could have been
else.
4 at this point.
I
Yeah.
have to pick somebody else now. But
Spread the
just know,
love.
Rachel,
Yeah.
I would have picked you.
The
if
real
I went
rose
first. The real rose is you.
is with Rachel.
Here's the thing. It's
Not a lot to go on.
All I can think of here's the thing is you
Not
didn't
much-
watch the
not much
episode.
subject matter to go on.
Kelly. I watched the episode. Shut up. I'm gonna give my rose to you guys.
Oh, here we go. Here it is. How come? How come?
Brown noser.
Yeah,
Just gonna give my rose to you guys. That's it,
you're forgiven.
I'm not apologizing.
Thanks for being here, Trent.
Yeah.
Really, that's a good way to,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Just give me my rose
all here together.
to you.
Well, thank
guys.
you, Rhea, for that rose.
great to be together. Thank
lovely.
you.
Oh,
I accept.
you're welcome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah,
You're welcome.
Thank you.
thank you.
I am going to. Gosh. I'm gonna give. Actually, it could go either way. I could give this guy a rose, or I could cut his stem, and I'll probably just cut it because it just seems like that was the trajectory of his time on Paradise. Mm-hmm. Tough go for Taylor.
Tough go for Taylor.
Yeah.
He came in late.
Tough go.
Didn't seem to really get a chance. Thought his name was called. It wasn't. Just a unfortunate go.
Yeah, that was tough.
I'm gonna give my rose to. It's hard because at this stage of the game, I always like to acknowledge a couple that I'm a big fan of. And it's just not.
Nobody's.
There's just not really one of them that's really sticking
That's
out
what
to
I
me.
was gonna say
Yeah.
until I was cut off by everybody. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Actually, I swear, it was.
That's why you gave your rose to us.
Yeah, because I was gonna say I don't really like anybody.
Yeah.
And then
Okay.
whatever.
Okay.
Well,
I like
Fran
them
got it.
as people. It's just
Fran
as
took care of
couples.
it. Fran
Yeah.
took care of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I'll give it to. I'll give it to Jess and Tanner because I do think might be a little too late, but this should have been the pairing from the beginning.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
it's probably
Like
right.
I think Jess should have gone on. Like Tanner should have asked her on a date. Jess should have said yeah. I think they both had eyes for each other.
It seemed like it. They didn't seem so. Neither of them seemed very surprised by that. Like
No.
coming up and chatting. Like she basically kicked Taylor out of his seat. She was like,
Yeah.
"No, it's really fine. Like, please come sit and talk
No.
to me."
She was like in the middle of like talking about her dog and
Yeah, she's like, "My family
my
dog.
family dog.
Blah blah
and
blah."
let me tell you, when you're in stride talking about your family dog, you could go for a
Oh,
long
yeah.
time.
Oh, yeah.
And the last thing you want is somebody to cut you off. You're like,
No.
excuse me, let me finish my thought about Elvis.
yeah,
Like, this
exactly,
is-
right.
Come on.
And she was
Right.
like, oh yeah, jump right up. I don't need to talk about this dog anymore.
No,
So-
she like forgot about the dog. Like that was the end of it.
yeah.
It was
so
crazy.
I maybe they chat after Paradise. I don't know because nothing's gonna happen in the next however many hours they're still on the beach after this moment.
Yeah.
True.
Yeah.
And then next week is the big finale. Looks like there's some kind of party. Looks like
Like an 80s or like a neon
yeah,
party.
I know.
You know what I thought when I was
gonna
watching?
be a
When I was watching,
long episode.
I think so too. It's probably going to be like a little too long. But I was thinking, I wonder if when they're like, "You're welcome to paradise," like, you know, come on to paradise, and they maybe send you like a packing list. I would assume, like, things to keep in mind.
Yeah.
I wonder if they send you a schedule of events. Like, there could potentially be like a neon party. So like, bring some neon,
They
like,
must.
or like bring some whatever. Yeah,
Like camp.
right?
Yeah.
Just like that, because it's like, how else? First of all, as someone who overthinks everything and needs an outfit for everything, I can't possibly find a suitcase big enough to pack every costume for every potential party that there could be. And I'm going to need a list. And I
would
think
bet that they give a list.
I bet they do. And then wouldn't it suck if like you bring all your like 80s gear or whatever, and then you're like waiting for this big party to happen, and then like it never happens because you get voted out.
Right. Like, you
And
didn't
you're
get
like,
to go to
damn,
the
I didn't even
80s
get to do this
party.
80s party. Yeah.
Brutal.
8 to 11 finale.
Ooh, 3 hours
Is the top
for Bachelor in Paradise
top
finale.
The top comment on the Bachelor in Paradise Instagram post of the schedule that was posted on November 3rd is, "This season sucks. The most compelling storyline has been about a woman that was constipated for over 10 days."
Damn.
That
sounds
storyline.
Classic trolls.
That storyline
Yeah, that
was
sounds
no good.
salty. I disagree with that. I think it's
yeah,
a
I
great
agree.
season.
I
That's
comment
good.
about
I thought it
Olivia.
was
I
good.
didn't even mention Olivia once this episode. Forgot that she.
Oh, I forgot
I
she
just think it's
existed.
because I really do think like the drama was so good at the beginning, but because of that, we don't have one like couple that anyone is like really
Yeah.
pulling for.
I agree.
You know,
Yeah.
Agreed.
like maybe Aaron and Eliza, but like I don't know. Aaron kind of had some shady shit that you're like,
Yeah,
I
agreed.
don't know about Aaron. Yeah.
and
Yeah, I'm so
and
curious.
Yeah.
Sam and Peter are like
still on
fine.
alert.
I'm curious to see if she says yes.
Yeah,
I don't know.
They just don't have any big players.
Yeah.
in relationships, and
Yeah.
you need a big player in a relationship. Like they needed like Rachel, they needed somebody like locked in at the end of this.
Right.
They didn't get it.
Yeah.
Nope.
Get it.
Nope.
Blake Moynes didn't get it.
Nope.
So okay, that wraps it up for Cutting Stems, and we will be back next week. Thank you all. Cheers.
Cheers.
Thanks,
Cheers.
Coors Light, and we'll be back next week.